We are the really android life in the known universe. Imagine that. We're the key place where there is information. In this limitless framework, cosmologists, by and large all through the world are in wonderment of this constantly pushing disclosure. The James Webb Space Telescope has gotten the unpretentious sparkle of city lights, an unfathomable 7 trillion miles from Earth, beating all inquiries. This astounding achievement accomplishes some different option from grow our focuses, a view to the extent that what we are with the universe. The speculation goes wild as analysts pore over the data, searching for signs that could open the insider privileged insights of these confusing, stunning aids. The contemplations are dumbfounding. Really investigate that. We are going on in the means of a 2 or 3 remarkable individuals in the universe that the universe is spilling, done with life and improvement. Amazingly far external our capacity to comprehend. Is it possible that these far-off lights show the presence of extraterrestrial social orders? What's the significance for our knowledge into the likelihood of life in the universe past Earth? Oblige us as we check how out the James Webb Telescope as of late saw city lights 7 trillion miles away sent off into space on Christmas Day 2021. The James Webb Space Telescope was normal to beat the fundamentally respected Hubble telescope in getting astoundingly sharp photos of, as of late, found mind-blowing things, planetary designs, and more. An obvious objective of the JWST is to center in around the improvement of the earliest universes by looking at the far-off abutting occupants of the universe. This is valuable considering the reality that the journey time of light all through our universe is billions of years. When the JWST gathers light, it gets these articles definitively as they were billions of years prior. Space specialists measure distances in light years, which is the distance light can go in a year. To frame this reality, the mission's generally huge pragmatic undertaking was a monstrous field picture that was presented on July 11, 2022 by U.S. President Joseph Biden while he was talking from the White House, while the Hubble Space Telescope focused in on a solitary neighborhood of the sky for 10 straight days starting on December 18, 1995. The Hubble profound field got omnipresence. The nearby was only a minuscule spot making up around 1/millionth of the entire sky. The vast majority of the 3,000 right now immaterial things found by Hubble were enormous frameworks followed down billions of light-years away. With its thought on the SMX 0723 framework bunch, the JWST profound field covers a correspondingly little sky locale. The framework plan SMX 0723 is 4.6 billion light-years away, and the more far-off worlds behind it are upgraded by the outrageous gravitational field. The supporting of the marvelous systems is twisted into enormous turns where the gravitational field is by and large serious. In one case, it was ensured that it took a distant universe's light 1.1 billion years to arrive at the telescope, coming about because of going through space. The light being conveyed extends as the universe turns into the principal focus of the JWST has been to catch apparent light from their stars into the infrared. Stargazers can obviously see JWST. Likewise, clear light photos of contiguous universes taken by Hubble and different telescopes by social occasion information at those frequencies. We can perceive how cosmic systems have created over a gigantic time scale. Furthermore, join into the shapes we notice today more surprising than the sheer number of plans in the JWST first profound field picture is the manner by which rapidly it was caught in only hours contrasted with days, or then again even a long time for different telescopes. Any place it looks it can't stay away from the inspiration to track down cosmic systems universe. Social affairs aren't the main items going about as upgrading main pressing concern subject matter. Specialists utilize the JWST to get a image of a few systems assigned VV1191 so they could zero in on how the light from one of the pair changed as it went through the other. The later effects of this study will uncover the properties of the interceding world's headway. Also, obviously, the JWST may have genuinely made a brilliant revelation light from an inconceivably distant universe. The announcement of the conceivable presence of auroras on an exoplanet came from the official JWST site. The deficiency of a host star and the cool temperature make it awkward to pinpoint where the energy in the upper climate is coming from. Anyway, the way that the article showing auroras is point of fact. Creating methane is fundamental. Without a question like auroras on Earth are caused at the point when extravagant particles going from the sun into space are gotten by our planet's attractive field. The charge particles then, at that point, advance through Earth's air near the posts where they bang into gas particles, making a splendid light show called the aurora borealis. Jupiter and Saturn have comparative auroral inconsistencies due to the sun-oriented breeze. Anyway, regular W-1935 has no star to circle, so its auroras are a gigantic secret. Everybody's inquiry proceeds to center around Proxima Centauri TRAPPIST-1, around 4.4 light, a long time from Earth. Inside the smooth way cosmic system specialists have perceived the presence of water on the exoplanet and the credibility of life on the world can't be impeded. Are we at last going to see confirmation of life past Earth? Simply last month, the JWST saw another amazingly colossal, immense dark opening. This Goliath dark opening was seen in different frequencies and is consuming everything around it. This disclosure is 40 million times as wide as the sun. Yet, what's the best significance for us? The JWST has seen that this unbelievably immense dark opening has been available starting from the start of the universe. Apparently, it won't move. This monster is quickly consuming everything in its close-by area. The revelation was made by Dr. Lucas Fu and teacher Alastair Z of the Benaran College of the Negev in Israel. According to their revelations, the very colossal dark opening is practically on various events heavier than the sun, making it an immense substance. Luckily, it has been found at a epic reach from Earth around 129 billion light-years away. Still, it is moving closer with the dark opening, consuming everything around it at a fast rate as shown by the red shift. When the JWST started sending back its restricted information, inspectors were invigorated as they separated through the data. They immediately accepted it was a close-by, colossal dark opening. When they analyzed the information utilizing gravitational lensing, they tracked down something much more fascinating: the disclosure of comparable peculiarities in other early universe. Very enormous dark openings has given new bits of knowledge into the improvement of both the dark opening and its host universe, as well as the association between the two. This is still generally obscure. However, it might be proof of the beginning stage improvement of tremendous articles like star-forming materials that fell into dark openings. Space scientists can't yet see precisely what's going on in the photos sent back to Earth, but one thing is clear. The James Webb Space Telescope is continually finding new odd articles. Every day, we have the delight of investigating space and being fascinated by the stunning lights of planets and stars that float across the universe, light-years away. Not only does the JWST permit us to see far beyond what our eyes can appreciate, but it has also uncovered an astounding object in one picture. This picture, which focused on something different, was taken by the European Space Organization, observing two youthful stars adjusting to each other. However, 1.47 light-years from Earth, there is a baffling object. An orange mark at the lower part of the image that seems to look like a question mark. Clearly, this little picture is not even close to IM material. As a matter of fact, it's tremendous. The question mark shape was caught while observing the plans of youthful stars known as Herbig-Haro objects, which are surrounded by monstrous rings of gas and dust. As for the question mark shape itself, the facts might affirm that, because of the two-dimensional picture presented by the Webb, it appears to look like this from its particular point of view. At this moment, we have no clue about what it is, and without further review, we could most likely never know. However, the discovery has been affirmed by trained professionals, and it is conceivable that it is a far-off structure or maybe galaxies that are connecting with each other. The irritated question mark shape could be a delayed result of their combined efforts. Given the surge of far-off, exaggerated structures uncovered by the Webb, there is a constant flow of new flighty sails. Everybody's eyes are focusing in on a particular arrangement of Earth-sized planets that could hold the key to finding extraterrestrial life. The person driving forward trouble, which includes the deficiency of confirmation for cutting-edge extraterrestrial life in the universe, not getting through the high probability that such substances exist, could finally be settled. Where are these planets? They sit exactly 40 light-years from Earth. Additionally, the nearby star system is known as TRAPPIST-1, which has 7 planets surrounding it. In their excursion to find legitimate planets, NASA is taking into account a wide range of standards beyond the planet's size and distance from its star. A more sensible system is to assess the general conditions of the planet's environment, as this would allow investigators to determine if the planet is bearable. The infrared Spitzer Space Telescope, which is part of NASA's space investigation mission, revealed the 7 severe exoplanets surrounding the same star, TRAPPIST, quite some time ago. The James Webb Space Telescope has now measured the temperature of TRAPPIST-1b, one of those planets. The JWST has consistently made critical discoveries since its launch. Furthermore, this finding is just the most recent in a series of record-breaking firsts. This is the first discovery of light emitted by an exoplanet as small and cool as those in our own nearby planet group. No other telescopes have been able to measure such weak mid-infrared light. Space scientists were excited when they first looked into the 7 TRAPPIST-1 exoplanets, as these faraway worlds are all Earth-sized and remain in the habitable zone, the region where planets can have liquid water on their surfaces. However, TRAPPIST-1 planets are beyond our current reach, as they are an astounding 235 trillion miles away. They orbit a star much smaller and redder than our Sun, known as an M-dwarf star. These stars are much more common in the Milky Way than Sun-like stars, and are optimal targets for planet trackers. M-dwarfs are also more likely to emit and send high-energy radiation, which could harm emerging extraterrestrial life or a planet's atmosphere. When we direct our attention toward TRAPPIST-1b, we find that it is perfectly locked to its star. One side of the planet is constantly facing the star, while the other remains in eternal darkness. This difference in temperature creates extreme conditions, with the daytime side reaching temperatures hot enough to melt iron, while the dark side remains much cooler but warm enough to prevent the development of methane, a crucial atmospheric gas. Despite this, the planet's potential to support life may be limited. The JWST's ability to measure these boundary conditions offers a fascinating perspective on far-off exoplanets and their environments. Researchers are especially intrigued by TRAPPIST-1 because it has the potential to unlock the secrets of how planets in distant star systems could form and support life. The system's planets are all Earth-sized and sit within the habitable zone, meaning they are at the right distance from their star for liquid water to exist on their surfaces, a key element for life as we understand it. The discovery of such conditions on exoplanets is exciting because it brings us one step closer to understanding whether life exists elsewhere in the universe. By utilizing the James Webb Space Telescope to measure the composition and temperature of exoplanet atmospheres, scientists can search for indications of underlying supportive conditions. The ability to detect atmospheric components like water vapor, methane, and oxygen could offer clues about whether a planet may harbor life. The JWST discoveries are still in their early stages, but each new piece of information brings us closer to solving the mysteries of the universe, including the possibility of extraterrestrial life. As the telescope continues to send back extraordinary pictures and data, it is expected to change how we understand space, the origins of the universe, and the potential for life beyond Earth. In summary, the James Webb Space Telescope is not just expanding our knowledge of the universe, but also raising new questions about the potential for life elsewhere in the universe. With every breakthrough discovery, we draw closer to answering one of humankind's greatest questions. Are we alone in the universe?